Hello everyone. As you see, the title of this is about Calvin. That's what we know him as since the '80s. Snoop Dogg. How he met Ike and Brenda now that lived at 107 12th Street, I do not know. He just appeared one day. He was already hanging around Nipsey Hussle and his brothers and so forth like that. First, he was lying, saying he was a relative of theirs, but come to find out he wasn't. I don't even know how it inspired for all of them to even start dealing with Brenda and Ike anyway. Ike and Striker now, and so forth. Every time I turn around, it was always problems with Snoop Dogg. This man sat out there, he prayed, he lied, he he preyed on people. When I say prayed, I mean like stalked. Got on people's nerves, did things he had no business they doing. Always coming places uninvited when people was not telling him to come around. Okay? He did not do anything to justify a situation. He continued to cause problems, and when he figured out, when he figured, and he'll stop when he gets to the point where about to have his own destruction, and he'll try to stop and run. Then he wants to come back, be slick again, and try to act like this, that, and the other. He's not a good person. He's not a good person. I had already quit dealing with him oh my God, so long ago, but I had to start back talking to him a little bit once we have to get everything together for this investigation. He's involved in a lot of stuff. He was actually keeping money in his pocket due to the fact of, sexual activities, and also that man named Ron that called himself Ron that was part of my kidnapping as a child. Now, these said individuals knew Patrick Dempsey them, and Nicolas Cage knows what I'm talking about too, because they lied on Nicolas Cage daddy. Okay, and the list went on and on. So, if you watch my other videos, you'll see what's relevant to all of this. Okay. Meanwhile, this stuff was going on. Snoop Dogg kept trying to say he was some kin to this other man in the industry. I forgot, I should have wrote his name down. Um, that he kind of resembled. And Snoop just kept making up stuff to the point where it's that when we notified authorities, not just me, a lot of other people, all we really knew his name was Calvin. When the police get him, he produces another idea or something, supposed to say something else. Okay. Remember, I told you all about the incident one time when Mac 10 and Easy Edom had came in town, and Lauren London got mad at Mac 10, but that was her fault for lying, trying to tell Mac 10 and Easy E she was me. Okay, Lauren London was doing that. Not realizing my status war and who I am, and the reason why they were looking for me too. Some of these women be thinking because another man's looking for another woman that they thinking like it's sexual activity, or the first thing come out their mouth like, oh, Shonda, you doggone right, I'm not going to do all that. That's not the reason why they were looking for me. I have a many of talents. I was designing clothes. I own companies. I design tennis shoes that everybody been wearing, name brand items. I'm talking about my other title was a doctor, attorney. You know, I worked for the local government at that time. I mean, I had a many of um, good things going for me, and I was a great mother and a wife. You know, and I'm still a great mother, and I'm still a great wife, regardless of all the things that have been thrown our way. You know, but the thing is, this is that with Snoop Dogg, he was well aware what he was doing, the plotting, and even the woman that he said he married, she was in on it too in the long run, because when I first met her, she had all type attitude for no reason, without even knowing me and so forth, which I understood. But see, why you have such an attitude and you didn't know me? Then she talked to me and told me everything he was saying, and me and her came on one accord to realize that everybody realized that he was the problem. And everybody started realizing he was the problem. And see, the local police department that was in East St. Louis at that time didn't do anything because, I don't know, they didn't lock him up. But they told him he better stop that mess. and quit keeping up bullshit. That much they did tell him. They told him to go back where the fuck he came from. Take your motherfucking ass home. Why the fuck you go to East St. Louis, don't know nobody for real? Then you starting shit with people whom that's under investigation that came to East St. Louis that started a bunch of stuff. And the police talked to me too. And they asked me because they know what nice things I done did for the community and all the good things people always said about me. And they asked me why was I. He asked me why would I still living in East St. Louis at that time. I say I'm looking for my babies. I can't leave without my kids. He said, "Excuse me, I can't leave without my kids." That's what I said. And me and him talked and talked and talked. And the man, that police officer, he went and talked to Athlete Spinks and them and this, that, and the other, and one thing or another. But let me get back to Calvin.